You are now watching Real Talk with SlapStik on SlapStik TV.
Now on SlapStik Television, the one and only, and literally the one and only, Native American comedian and hypnotist, Jay Medicine Hat.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here with SlapStik TV, and we have Jay Medicine Hat here with us today. Jay Medicine Hat, I have a couple questions for you for SlapStik TV.
Lay it on me.
The first question that's on my mind right now is, how did you come up with your name?
It's my last name. I'm Native American.
So your last name is Hat?
Last name is Medicine Hat.
Medicine Hat. Okay.
First
okay.
2 letters.
All right.
I went to school. When I grew up on the reservation, everybody has Indian names. I went to school with a girl named Mary Buffalo Hump. I went to school with a guy named Virgil Scabby Face. These are all Indian names. Yeah.
You know,
I know it's hard to believe.
These were given at birth?
Yeah.
Or these were just, they're
It's
not
my family
nicknames?
names.
Okay.
Family name, yeah.
All right. That's very interesting. I didn't know that. So how long have you been doing comedy?
26 years.
26 years.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I also hear that you are interested in giving back, and you know that's
Quite a
cool.
bit. We do quite a bit. I'm involved in the Pine Ridge Toy Drive every fall. Toys for the kids on the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation, poorest reservation in the country. I'm involved in the school program where in August we do, notebooks, pencils, all that kind of stuff. Also involved in the heating oil, running for the res, heating oil project. I mean, that's how poor these people are. They still use heating oil to heat their homes.
Wow.
I mean, when's the last time you heard that? Really?
I don't even know what heating oil is.
Well, it's the 3rd level on the heating chart. The next one down is wood.
Okay, now it makes sense. Somewhere along the lines of wood and charcoal.
Right in there.
Okay.
Yeah. Or freezing your ass off.
I was watching a clip of yours on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's out of Omaha.
Yeah.
You had a blonde and a brunette girl on stage, and somehow you got them to dancing and touching and feeling them. Were they hypnotized?
Of course they were.
Is that right?
Oh, of course. You know what? Here's my deal with this hypnosis thing. I will not use anybody that's faking. You can spot it right off. I'll cut them loose. I'd rather start over and do a whole different induction with a whole new group of people than try and make my show appear to be real when the audience can tell immediately that they're faking. This stuff is as real as a heart attack. I never believed it the first time I saw it until I started doing it and worked with the hypnotists that trained me. And then I went, my God, you could do almost anything with this stuff. I mean, things have gotten out of hand before with girls, and you can get away with a lot more stuff with guys. Like I've had guys I couldn't get between them fast enough. They've on the mouth kissed, crotch grabbing, stuff like that. And the crowd seemed it's okay to jack with the guys, but when you let girls go too far, it's almost an abuse thing. You're taking advantage of it. Even though every guy in the room was like, that's the hottest stuff I've ever seen in my life.
How long did it take you to learn to hypnotize people?
3 days.
Really?
Yeah.
That fast?
You go to the library, get a book,
tell
you'll be
me
doing it in a week. It's the easiest thing I ever did in my life. It's just a mechanical thing. You do 5 things and put them under, reverse it, and bring them out. It's like taking a carburetor.
Okay. So you have any new projects that you're working on?
The only thing I'm working on right now is just a summer deal to go out to Pine Ridge on the reservation and insulate some homes out there. As far as stand-up is concerned, I just got a new manager. I think things are going to work out. She's a hustler and really wants to make some money. And I'm ready to do some bigger things. I really want to get into the Indian casino market. I do a lot of Native American jokes. I come out and do a little bit of stand-up up front, and then I start the hypnosis part. And it's not, the whole show is not Indian stuff, but it's just makes people think and laugh at the same time.
Right.
Big goal of mine. Because most of the clubs I work, all the clubs I work, are in metro areas where there are very, very, very few Indians, if any. Like South Dakota California has the largest population of Native Americans. South Dakota is number 2, where I'm from. So it's very, very common to see Indians in those areas. Like when I work Columbus or when I work Virginia Beach or wherever it might be, I do the Indian stuff. I go, I know you guys know what I'm talking about because you guys got rid of your Indians a long time ago. So it's pretty hard to know anything about it when you can't friggin' find one.
That's real talk right there. That's real talk. Actually,
yeah.
If you could put together your own comedy tour, who would you have?
My own comedy tour? Can I be on it?
Yes.
Okay. I'd close. I'd have Austin Anderson feature and Bill Arendale open.
Hey, sounds
These are guys that I think, both Billy Arendale and Austin Anderson. Billy's from Columbus, Ohio. Austin's from Omaha. I think they're brilliant young comics, phenomenal writers, great stage presence, and they're gonna go if they keep banging away at it, which is what most people have to do. You know, I did stand up for 6 years before I quit my regular job. I worked at a slaughterhouse in Northwest Iowa, killing cattle.
Wow.
So I couldn't wait to get the hell out of there.
Right. Bet you had a lot of material to talk about.
There's nothing funny about killing cattle,
I
baby.
understand that.
1,200 cattle a day. It was just a
Man.
disassembly line. That's what it was.
So last question, is there any way that, would you like to tell our guests how they can get in touch with you? Or you have a Twitter
Yeah.
or Facebook account?
I have a Facebook. It's, J, just the letter J, medicinehat.com. My website is the letter J. The Facebook is just J Medicine Hat.
Okay.
I've already hit over 5,000 friends, so I have 2.
Okay.
But I'm easy to find. There's a ton of stuff on YouTube.
All right.
Some of it I didn't put on there. Other people filmed, filming
Put on there
in the
for
crowds and to mess with their friends. Most of the stuff on YouTube is fairly dirty.
Okay.
So if people, I can do whatever kind of show you want. G to X. You can do whatever you want.
And that's the making of a good comedian, whenever you can, broaden or shorten your range.
Yeah, you
depending
got
on what the
to be
audience is.
flexible. I've got a show coming up in Omaha where I do 2 shows on Saturday night. First show is the R show. Late show is the X-rated show. Then I have 2 proms that are G-rated, one at 1:30 in the morning, one at 3:30 in the morning. So I'm gonna run the whole gamut that day, on that 12-hour period, and hopefully I won't screw up with these kids and
Have you
slip
ever,
some words.
has that ever happened, where you get the material mixed up? Maybe-
It's happened before, yeah. And I apologize. And sometimes when I'm hypnotizing these kids, they say things that, like, that they shouldn't,
Inappropriate, yeah.
Language, but that's how they talk. Things are a little bit different now in 1959.
Okay.
They see things on TV, stuff like that.
And again, before we get ready to wrap it up, is there anything that you would like to tell our viewers? Or?
Just keep supporting stand-up comedy in this country. It's a great way to make a living. It's a great night out. It's about the same price as a movie. There's so many great comics out there, so many great entertainers. It's sad when I think of people that, when I work, for example, a club like in Columbus, I'm working at the Funny Bone. Never heard of it. Are you kidding me? You lived here your whole life, you don't even know there's a comedy club in town? One of the best ones in the country?
Right.
Where you been? Don't you read the paper? Listen to the radio? Yeah, it's funny to me, but there's a lot of great guys out there. It's a great night out. There's something for everybody. And the way you can check it out, what's great now as opposed to 20 years ago, is you can get on YouTube, find out what kind of material these people are doing. And if that's your cup of tea, then you go see them. If it isn't, that's not the show I want to go see. That's the beauty of it.
Well,
Thanks for having me. I
answered
appreciate
all my
it.
questions. Ladies and gentlemen, this is J Medicine Hat. Like you said, you can find him on YouTube. You've just been interviewed by Big Dino for SlapStik TV.
Iniclaruelo, Inishtabiake. The Indians should get the land back.
You heard it here first.
All of us at SlapStik hope you get your land back, Mr. J Medicine Hat. Coming up next, comedian Alex Scott here on SlapStik. SlapStik! SlapStik! SlapStik!
Slapstick.
SlapStik!
SlapStik, SlapStik.
SlapStik! SlapStik!
Slapstick.
SlapStik.
SlapStik. SlapStik.
Slapstick.
SlapStik. SlapStik. SlapStik.
Slapstick.
SlapStik! SlapStik!
SlapStik.
SlapStik! 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 SlapStik!
Slapstick in this bitch.
Shut it down, SlapStik. SlapStik, shut it down. SlapStik, shut it down. Shut it down, SlapStik.
Okay, now the one last picture, that's just with me with
Okay.
you. Hey, we
Yep,
gotta
we
get
got
the
it.
evidence, man. Gotta get the camera, man. Hey, brother, hey, shoot, between taking your land and bringing my people over here to build on your land, we some things.
You know what? We should get together as one of my Jewish friends and see who got fucked over the work.
Hey, man.
I'm Native American, of course, and I read this on the internet yesterday. 1 out of 4 Native American men in this country will die a violent death. I find that hard to believe, but that's why I've decided to hang out with only 2 other Indians at a time. Because apparently if there's 4 of us, somebody's not coming home from the liquor store.
Yeah, that's SlapStik. We love it, baby. Thank you so much, man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.